Hey guys, it's Heather. So I'm here today with a video. So it's been a while since I've done videos. I was having some technical problems and I've since worked that out, but I'm back. So I thought we'd use some, we'd use our the March paper pumpkin to make today's card. And here is the card that you would make in the kit. We're going to change it just a little bit. The cards that came in the kit were smaller, and I want a full-size card, which measures 5.5 by 4.25. So we're going to make this card today. We're going to also stamp on the inside. We may not do the heart though. That was to hide the boo-boo. What you guys don't know is this is actually my second time filming this video. I just thought I would film the whole entire tutorial and went to edit it and figured out that I did not. So instead I hit the photo button. So I have one picture of the very beginning and that's it. So I thought, let's try this again because this is a really cute card. So what you're going to do to start is you're going to take the card that comes in your kit and you're going to cut it in half. So just using your trimmer. Let me see if I can get this up here better for you so you can see it better. Just going to trim it right down. This extra piece, save that. Put that in your scraps because you can stamp on that. And that will leave us with this. Now our card base that we're going to use is going to be a piece of Whisper White cardstock. Measure 8.5 by 5.5. So what I did was I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of the White Whisper, cut it in half, and then I scored it. So I have a card base that opens like that. Now what I do when I get my paper pumpkin is I punch all of my punch stuff out and I lay them in my box, or I've got a little, I've got different bowls and things that I keep them in, but this worked well for this. But anyway, I punch it all out so I have it all punched and ready to go before I ever do anything. That's the first thing I do. Okay, we're going to start stamping. Now, in March's kit, you received the stamp set that came with the kit, but you also received a free gift from Stampin' Up, which was this lovely spring set. It's got regular rain boots, it's got the floral, it's got a bunch of different. So, and the rain boots are a 2-stamp type stamping, which if those of you who have not done this before, we can do that together today for the first time. All right, so first we're going to take, this came in the stamp set, they are raindrops. Now remember, raindrops are directional, so you want to make sure that the tier looks like this and they're coming down, not going up, which is what I did with my very first card that I made when I was just playing with my set by myself, thinking, oh, how adorable is that? Wait a minute, it's raining up. That's not right. And neither was that. Be very careful. The Stampin' Spot is very inky. You might get a little blob like I did, which is okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. But if the blob bothers you, I'm going to show you a secret to getting rid of the blob. I kind of like stamping off a little bit. I'm going to stamp a little bit on the other side because, you know, it's raining down behind her. Okay. Now, if the blob seriously really bothers you, just hide it with something. It happens. They're not supposed to be perfect. They're handmade cards. So, you've got your rain, and you all know I'm going to put a heart over that because that's just going to drive me nuts. So, we've got our rain coming down. The next thing that we're going to do, I like to line my little cut-ups out, see where I'm going to place them. Do I need any more rain? Nah, I got enough. So I'm going to go ahead and find my dimensionals. There we are. Not only am I heavy-handed in my stamping, I'm heavy-handed with my dimensionals too, so, because I want them to stay put. I'm putting 3 at the top. I'm putting 2 at the bottom. The space in the middle is where our Baker's twine will go on the card. And we're going to do this. It said 32 inches for this card, so I am using the bottom of my grid paper, which I think is one of my favorite Stampin' Up! Products. I love the grid paper. It protects my surface, but I can use it to measure things out, and it's just great. We're just going to wrap this around. And then I'm going to tie a knot. And having fat, square fingers, this is not easy. I usually have a little helper with me at this point. I'm like, Parker, come here. And he holds it down with his finger while I tie, so I don't lose the beginning of the knot, which I'm about to. Oh, for crying out loud. See, you guys aren't the only ones who have problems. I can tie a bow like a champ. Not, forget it. There we go. Seriously. That is good enough. Okay, I'm going to kind of just position it a little bit better. And I'm going to trim it. There we go. Yep, still perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna move this out of the way because I'm gonna stick my hand in it. I'm gonna take my dimensional adhesive coverings off. I'm gonna line it back up and then take it down. Okay, so this part is done. Yep, gonna do it. It's bugging me. You know, one of these days I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna send a card out and it's gonna not be perfect. And I will learn to be okay with it. But until then, I'm going to do that and be happy with it. All right, so next we're going to stamp the blue flag. I'm not using the stamp that they used. Instead, I'm going to use the stamp that reads, "Wishing you brighter days ahead." And so I've already got it lined up. Let me make sure yep, right there, okay. So I'm gonna use my Stamparatus. There we go. I'm going to stamp ink on my stamp set lightly. Perfect. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to remove the stamp because we are now done with it. Okay. And then, just set this aside just for now. We're going to adhere this on the front. I'm just going to use snail for that. I'm going to pull off the door here first, though. Gotta love my golden retriever. Poor thing is shedding. There we go. So the front, isn't that cute? It's almost done. I told you we were going to use Pear Pizzazz. So I'm going to cut a piece of Pear Pizzazz cardstock that measures 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. So let's see, it should be 5 1/4, yep. So now we're going to go 3 1/4. I'm sorry, 3 3/4. Yep. Okay, I'm going to use my snail, but I'm going to use quite a bit of it because we've got the the twine on the front, wrapping around like that. Normally, if I use twine or anything like this, I use pop dots. But I am making these cards to send to someone so that she can mail them out to her friends. And I don't want her to have to put any more extra postage on it than she has to. So, okay, so this is our card front. We're going to set it aside. Now we're going to go to our white card base. And we're going to stamp the inside. Okay, let's see. Here's the stamp set I used. Here's the stamp I used earlier. Make sure all that ink is off. There we go. Okay. Now listen here. Sometimes these magnets are stubborn. Okay. Well, let's make sure it's right side up, huh? Okay. So it says, no matter the weather, we're in it together. Seriously. You know what I forgot? Hang on, I forgot my foam piece that goes underneath there. Okay, you gotta come down. Let me grab get out of my storage thing here. May have to cut another, may have to cut another inside. Yeah, it's not gonna line up right. Let me get a new piece of paper. Well, now you're gonna get to see me cut the card base. And you know what? I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to be real honest with you guys. I'm going to upload this with all my mistakes, everything, because crafting shouldn't be perfect. I mean, everybody starts off the same. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm leaving my bloopers in, people. I move down here 4 1/4 where I'm going to score it. Okay, so see, card base. So, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it folded in half. I'm going to put that down in the corner, start there. And I'm going to very lightly tap my ink on, because I happen to know for a fact that this one blobs if you aren't careful. No matter the weather, we're in this together. I like that. All right. Now let's do that 2-step stamp. So I want to do the little, there we go. I'm going to teach you a secret about this too. We're going to start out with the outline. At least I like to do it this way. Some people start out with the inside and then go to the outline. For me, I like to start with the outline. Don't move your card. Instead, you're going to pick up your plate and turn it, because you're going to use the other side use the other side for your other stamp. And why do I say that? Because then you can make more of these. I'm always nervous I'm going to pull my card base up. Okay. Now this one, the other one we stamped using the basic gray. All of it so far has been stamped using the basic gray stamping spot that came with our kit. This time we're going to use Pear Pizzazz because it's going to match our card base, the cardstock we used. And I'm really stamping the heck out of it. I'm only going to press down on this part of the image, hoping that it doesn't go in the middle. Nope. I'm going to do it again so I can get that left side. That's adorable. So there's the inside. Just fold it over. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to close my stamp pad because you know I'll stick something in it. Because this is just how I roll. All right, now we're going to adhere this to the front. Oh, and we're out. Give me 1 second while I get my replacement out. I love having extra refills on hand because they are just this easy to put it in and keep going. Sorry, Dora, did my tape runner scare you? And there you have it. I think it's adorable. I think the person who's going to receive these cards to give to a friend, see this one I didn't put it over it, because after I made it, I was like, oh look, there should have been an outline there. So I will add the outline back, but I think our card is adorable. I hope this inspires you guys to make something crafty today. Enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.